and welcome back to Opie Hour, the channel that I make the mistakes, so hopefully you don't have to. So I picked this up because I thought it looked really fun. I have the Roka pinball machine, and I'm all for little games and things like that. So I'm thinking, well, okay, this one's pretty reasonable, and we will see what it's like. A little 10-pin bowling. It's looking like it's going to be a sheet of instructions. So let's get this open. Okay, good start. Can't find the entrance, so here it is. Okay, I'll just use this. It'll be easier. Especially when I go straight through the wood. I didn't, but yeah, I could have. Oh, goodness. Okay, they're wrapped up pretty well. So, instruction-wise, what do we have? We have a screwdriver. Also have something wrapped in tissue paper, or was that just to stop it moving? Oh, okay, actually maybe that didn't come from there. I can't imagine where it came from if not. Okay, whatever. Alright, screwdriver, that's what we have. And okay, we still have to get into the packaging. That was an outside one just to provide the screwdriver. We still haven't got to the instructions. Okay, so it looks on the packaging or the photograph that it's painted, so we will see if it is. We'll look at those instructions in a minute. It's a sheet. 10 pin bowls. We have some mechanisms. We have our bowling ball. It doesn't have the holes in so you can put your hands in. Not that it'd be big enough. A couple of big pieces there. We have string. I don't know if I fancy that idea. Okay, we will see. We have some sleeve covers and some screws by the looks of it. Okay, we've got a lot of sleeve covers, but only 4 screws. We'll see. Okay, see, I'm not seeing this painted, but it kind of gave the impression it may have already been, which means work for moi. Okay. And if you guys have any suggestions of things you'd like to see on the channel, do let me know. I can put it on my list of ones to get hold of for you. Alright, that's going to be the base thing. As I say, the impression is it's already painted, but we can see that that is not the case. Nope, nope. And this is going to be the baseboard. Kind of cool though. I'm still really excited to do this, which is nice in one way because you can do it your own colours. As long as you've got the paints to do it. Okay, baseboard probably. Another baseboard. Can't have 2, can it? I don't know, maybe it's got a gap in between. So there's no electronics to it, no lights or anything like that. Just very plain pieces. It's going to be the backboard, I'm sure. Oh, it's the top. Okay, alright. And that goes in there. Oh, I bet this pulls up I bet this has something on it that pulls up the pins. Maybe so that you can put them down again. I don't know. And then here. So, alright, well, let's have a look at those instructions. Let's see what we have. So it is pretty basic. So yes, the string is attaching to all the 10-pin bowling pins. The pins, that's the word. Okay, alright. Alright. I know this moves, but there again, it also shows it to be coloured, so hey. But this is meant to move, and I think by the looks of it, it just slides across so that you can get your position to do it. And it's only 10 steps. It's going to be a one-day wonder of fun. That's what I reckon. So we should get this done in a day. I mean, it looks very straightforward. Hopefully it's a bit like the piano that was done in one day. But got it, a little bit of entertainment value, all for that. Alright, see you in a moment when I go and get some of these pieces ready. Alright, so this should be quite straightforward. Ha ha ha, she says. So, first of all, we need is... So this is step 2. Step 1 was making sure we had all the pieces. So this is step 2. So, which they tell you to put this on last, by the way. However, me being me, So none of this I've coloured, but I have done some colour, just not an awful lot. Then I think this one goes in here. Maybe that's why they get you to do this bit last, probably. Let's take that one then. Alright, we'll do it the way they say. I give in. It should technically be quite sturdy. Back panel. That way. Looks like it's going to be quite sturdy. And then the other side. Nope. Then we can put this in. This I did colour. There you go. Very exciting. Making sure it's up the right way with the slot here. So I'm just going to get that in there. If I can, I feel like I'm running out of strength. It's the weather. It's a mini heat wave and can't cope. Okay. Alright, so we are going to do something like this. Like I said, this is a really simple model. I bought it because it looks quite fun. And then this one on this side. So I'll just line it up. It's a lot to line up. It is a lot to line up. Where's my hook? There it is. Okay. Front one's in. This to go. I was trying to work out if it was going down, but it seems to be. Maybe that's to return the ball. It's got a ball area here, so this goes down on the inside. Okay, and then put it onto the base. I don't think it matters which way. Quite a straightforward build, isn't it? So all the instructions are probably Chinese, I would guess, unreadable, but they have a measurement for our strings, which is 25 centimeters, and we need 10 of them. So let me grab the string and the pins and we'll get that. So slip off, no glue, and this is what we're looking like. Looks alright, doesn't it? So that'll be the way it looks there. So we don't put the lid on yet. But we do string up our pins, and I need to get the lid ready. So our pins are different colours. Got a pink one, 2 pink, 2 green, a yellow, an orange, several blue, a red. Oh, I think that's 2 reds. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Got extras. 9, 10. So I got 2 blue ones over. Let me just count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We need 10 of them. The others are spare. That's quite kind of nice. Actually, I was noticing when I was pulling all of these, there are a lot of spares. You could almost make a whole nother board. Well, maybe not quite that many. Not the big parts. They're not free. Okay, so 25 centimeters. These are very long wires, aren't they? and we need 10 of them. 25 centimeters seems incredibly long, being all it's got to do is go in here and be able to lift up. It just seems really long. Maybe they're allowing for the fact that it's going to take a moment to tie all the knots. Okay, so we need 10 of these strings. You can probably use a needle to thread these through the pins. They've got little loops at the top to thread them through. My dog is gone crazy. She is trying to cover herself up and it is hot. She is looking to get overheated. And that's what she's complaining at, and it's like, you don't need to be covered up. I took them all out into the garden to play ball today, and it's like you get about a few minutes each here, guys. So it doesn't need to be perfect, this. I mean, you're going to have plenty over, I'm sure. I don't know that I like it to be quite this long, to be honest with you. So that's 4. And they don't have to, like I say, don't have to be perfect. 5. You can make it perfect if you want to. You do that. Feel free. 6. Go out the way. Oops. Very long string. I don't think we need it anywhere near this long. 7. 8. It's the middle of it. That doesn't help, does it? We got 8 there anyway. Got plenty of string. I mean, I will say this, for quite a reasonable model, they didn't scrimp on spare parts, or plenty of string. Maybe it's in case one breaks at a later date, so but I don't know where you could keep the spare parts that you'd remember them. I think that's 10, isn't it? I mean, you've got spare, I think you've got a spare spring by the looks of it, and 2 spare pins. Right, okay, put these through here and just tie a knot. And you can probably be really fussy about what colours you have going in what spot as well, and I'm probably not going to be too worried about that either. Maybe I have the 3 blue ones towards the back or something. I don't do that because there's 4 there, isn't there? Maybe I will be a bit fussy. How about that? Okay, these threadies, you really don't need a needle, but you may. Yeah, this is a very straightforward build. I mean, I could probably should have saved it for my grandchild, shouldn't I? I mean, I would imagine what I'll do is I'll trim these because they're going to be a bit long and I don't want them getting in the way of the ball. So what colour do I want to put down first? Maybe the orange. Could do a pink. I don't mind these little games to play with. Like I say, I've got the Roker pinball machine, and that was a lovely build. I would like to get the Harry Potter, I can't say it, cribbage? Is that the sport that they play? They've got that as a pinball machine. I'd like to get that maybe one day. Kind of go with my set. And then I've got quite a few like circus things, like the tilt the wheel, which was a Roker one. Gosh, I'm trying to look now, carousel, that was Roker as well. The horse ride thing, is that the same one? No, maybe the big wheel, got that one. I'm trying to think, there's another one that I have. I have a little TV with a whole fun fair diorama with it. That's kind of cool, although it broke. I mean, the sun doesn't want to go around anymore. I mean, it still works, it's just doesn't work as well as it once did. And it has the aerial taken off, otherwise it didn't fit in the spot I wanted it to go in. It's like a little TV diorama thing with a couple of dials on the front. It's kind of cool. But the sun doesn't like to stay on, and it's a great big disc at the back. This is where I find the string is attached to 2 pins. That would be funny, wouldn't it? But no. Ooh, fingers and thumbs. Can't think I've got another one to do with like a fairground type thing. Oh my goodness, it's a blue one. It's like, no, I don't want to be tied up. Don't do it to me. You're cruel, you're mean. And they've got kind of a bit of a weird way of fastening these all towards the top here as well. But we're going to give it a go. And this is how I coloured my top. The top of it was just using the various colours that I used on the board. And it's got a little mouse. It looks like Jerry from Tom and Jerry, and kind of, I don't know what that's meant to be. He's got a shocked face, I think. Maybe Tom has a 10-pin bowl, a pin. Maybe that's what it is. But nevertheless, it does look like Jerry. Painted him grey though, with a brown tummy and pink ears, of course. Almost done, guys. I know I'd normally pause and just get on and do this, but it's a small build. It shouldn't take long. If I think something's going to take a real long time, I won't do this, so I'm not that kind of videoer. And an orange one. Okay, that's that. And then what we're going to do is take them and thread them through the hole. So which one did I say I was going to do first? The orange. I think I need to trim all these first. They don't need to be quite so long. I will trim as I go. So you want them going from the bottom to the top and join them all together. So that's our orange one. Then let's have a red. Maybe I'll trim them afterwards when they're secured. Oh. If I can get it in. That's a red. Let's have a blue. Randomise it here. And I doubt that the colours would stay on there long, really. And I'll just trim them after I've secured them, I think. So that's our blue. So then let's have another blue on the opposite side over here. There we go. It says no. I bet it's the same blue I had trouble threading too. You know. Got you. Like it or like it not. And then blue and green should never be seen. Then a red right in the middle. No, let's do the pink right in the middle. Haven't used a pink yet, have we? Kind of a cutesy little thing. Like I say, something a bit different. And a green at the end here. I mean, it's nice after you've done a build to have, like, hopefully a relaxing one like this. And then we have a red down the bottom here. When I can get it in. Come on, through you come. yellow, which is the very, very pale yellow. Then I still got a blue and a green next to each other. Maybe I should have put it where the yellow was. Yeah. I'm not too worried. I don't see this being played with an awful lot. Like so. And then lastly, this one. And then we will fasten them, and then I'll trim them up somewhat. Ooh. Right, let me go and get the next parts, and we are on step. Wow. Alright, and what we are going to do is thread these tops through here. Just painted it both red on both sides. So there's 1, 2. Maybe I could do a few together. Maybe just 2. Got 4 through there now. And get all these done. And then this will finish this part of it. And next we've got to make, do we put the roof on at that point? Kind of doesn't say, it just magically appears on. I think we'll put it on after this. Okay, how many have I got left? Okay, that one. Just going back down one of the others. Oh, and one fell off. Okay. Right then, let's rectify that. Was the pink one. Let's get this green one through, and then we'll sort the pink one out. Okay, go back on. Probably my knot was so loose. I have to check them all before I trim them, because it probably was that. Did I even do double knots? I actually don't know whether I did or not. I may, and I may not. And you go to the middle. Give it a bit of my DNA. It's actually frayed at the top there. Otherwise I will trim it. Okay, trimming it is. Have it your way. Okay. And through here. Alright, and they should all be in now. I really should. Maybe I didn't double knot it. Maybe not, my knots just aren't very strong. I will go over them all and check before I cut them. Maybe I need a bit of glue on them as well. Okay, so once you've got them all through, you tie a knot in the end of them. So I am going to even them up here at the ends, so they're all the same. Well, that was a lot of work to get 3 at the end of it. Let me gather the things. Okay, and as you can see, a few have come off. That's okay. And then you tie a knot in it, so hold them all together. Hopefully they'll come through. I think so. And another one then. Got a loose one there. Having trouble with my knots. Maybe I didn't knot them, or maybe they're just slippery. I think I'll be gluing this just to make sure it all stays on. Yeah, I'll glue it before I trim everything. But it seems like it's really, really easy to slip through. Get a bit tacky for it. Alright, let me do that. Won't take long to dry, and then I can trim them when I get some out. I think it's that slippery type of cord. Could just be me. Okay, you just stay there, my friend. I'll sort out what's going on down here. And I think I'm probably going to glue these in as well before, and then just trim it all up. So leave me to do that, thread these through. Let's get this glue dry, and then we will move on to the next part. Alright, let's see what we have. This. Okay, this is all going to be hidden, by the way, the top part here. Okay, I was starting to wonder if I would have enough string, but I think we're going to be okay. Then, with this, you are going to put one of these in each of the 3 holes. Probably going to stick to this glue. I'm going to look gluified again. So I get for having a model which didn't need much glue. Well, it had some though, didn't it? That Sunshine Town one. I will get this in. There we go. And last one. I should have painted these red, shouldn't I? Oh, it'll be fine. It's just a wee model. You're still going to have to sit there and put all these pins in, aren't you, really? Let's see if we can stick you all in there. Or as much as possible, tidy you up. this one in too. This is where I pull up the pins and they're all stuck to each other. Okay, so something like so. There's a few strings which are escaping on the side here. Let's see if I can poke them back in. In the scheme of things, it probably doesn't matter too much. Come on. Just want to all be joined up. Okay. I'll bring this back in and we put the lid on, which misses telling you that step, by the way. That step is not in the instructions. And my pins have all fallen down. This fits very nicely. It's not too bad, is it? I've just had some which stayed up. Right. I'm not going to worry too much about them as long as they're not sticking to each other for the moment. So I was starting to think that these strings would be too long, but now I'm not as worried. So let's just pin them together out the way, just so they stay away from each other, to make sure that any glue. Okay, well, some of them have. It kind of works. When I let them all go, they might all go down there. As long as they're all separate from each other, that's all that matters. Right, next, put that to one side. Next we are going to do the plunger thing. You've got like 5 of these spares, by the way, so you don't have to be too careful. Painted gold on the sides of this. Blue for the top. It was going to have a stripe. I was going to do a red stripe, but that didn't work too well. So turn this upside down. Let's see what we got. We need this for a little plunger thing. So you want one, see if I understand this right. Okay, I got it facing this way. Like so, with the spring, which I don't have out. Oh yeah. Yeah, like so. Oh, I got 2 springs. Let's just have one. Like so. And in here, it's quite the tight fit. And that's not going to work very well, is it? Okay, through here. Then the spring. Then the other one. Okay. And the blue tops are going in here. Like so. That one just needs to go all the way. Okay. And then on this end, it's ever such a tight string. Maybe it needs waxing. Okay. Alright, it has 2 ends on, one of which I coloured black all the way. So this is not correct. because they want this on the other side. How on earth does that get on there? It's not going to fit through here. Maybe there's a piece with a bigger hole. Let me go and check. Yes, this is a bigger hole. So this one goes this side. With the two black pieces on the end. So, like so. Like so. Can't see those staying on. And then our spring. And then one of these, and I coloured these too, colour coded them. Now my colours are going to be all off. Well, okay, really I'm just going to have one in there without a colour. But blue is really easy to put on. But I was going to stripe it, but the blue bled into the red. That's kind of how it started. So that is how it looks. No, this does not want to stay on. This is like the bit that hits the ball, I think. Let's put a little bit of super glue on there. Yeah, I should put it on the end there too. You don't really want it coming off. You ping your ball and then you end up with it everywhere. Okay, and that can sit there a moment. So that is part that is part 6. Let's talk about 6mm, like there's a screw to go on there, but I don't think there is. I think it's just saying that these are the 6mm pieces. Okay, then we will put this piece underneath here, which doesn't really fasten, like so. And we put a side on, okay, and you want the side with the tall part like this towards the bottom, towards the top. Okay. Like so. And those go in there eventually. That's it in. Okay. Right, the end one too. It's our little plunger system. Make sure that's all the way down. Then the other side. I painted the gold on both sides because I get a bit confused on my directions so sometimes. Like this when I can get this one lined up. All the rest are lined up, it's just this one wants to say no. I have to get my gold marker out too. I did not realise there were two different sizes. Plenty of spares, we needn't worry. I get the bottom one and the top ones don't want to go in. Okay, we are in. And it looks like this when we are done. Then we are going to put the handles on, and I did paint them all black around the edge except for one which has a red top to it, so all the others are going to go through, don't need that, through here. This is our handle. Just trying to see which way they have it. They have it facing that way. That's a tight fit. What if I should glue these together? What's it going to? Maybe the top one. So you have 8 of these to put on. With a small pinpoint towards the one side, but I don't think there's anything to put in that pinpoint, so got plenty of these, got like 12 maybe more of these, and you only need 8. It probably is one of the better models as far as how much it gives. Is that too many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yes. Did one too many. This one can come off. Get a bit of the super glue for this because we want it to keep on. Okay, give that a second. Then we are left with some pins to go through with our sleeves, which I actually don't know where I put. I need to go find them. And our 2 balls that we need. Put those in there. Just want to see how much noise I can make. Gosh, that's a lot of string. There is a lot of string over. Okay, and it's going to go this way. So let me find those little sleeve things. Okay, there are screws and things. Wow. Okay. Okay, one goes down the middle there. Let's get this open. Oh, the smaller one. Good that I took any notice then. Again, plenty of spares. Let's pick that up so the dog doesn't eat it. Did not come with a screwdriver, I don't think, but I happen to have one. So this is going to go in here, which is probably much more difficult to get out than if I'd done it at the time. Yes, a lot harder to get out. Okay, sorry about that. Right, I have taken the side off to make this a bit easier. It's still not easier. So there's also a screw to put in the other end too, but that's okay, that's way more accessible. Okay, I think we got there. Maybe. Finally. Okay. Put this back on. A lot easier to put back on. And then one of the longer screws inside the handle. I guess that's what holds them all together, even though I glued it already. I assumed it didn't have screws. We have spares, one of each. Okay, give me an hour to get this in. It's a very long screw. Still going. Ow. Almost there, guys. It's pretty good design, really, for a cheapy thing. Definitely paid more for models and not had them quite as secure as this one seems to be for a little thing. Okay, and then we have a moving part. Okay, I'll be right there. Okay, let's pop it with a bit of the gold on either side. As the lid goes straight on the floor. And a bit of the blue across here. Okay, that's that, that's that. Next is putting in the rods. So I'm thinking put one end on and oh yeah, put that. Okay, and then it has another one which is going to go through here for stability. It's really very clever. I'm actually really quite impressed for a little thing. I am actually really impressed. My grandkids would probably break it in 2 seconds, but they might get a kick out of it for a minute or two. Put the sleeve covers, more leftover parts. Right, and last thing to do on this before using it is to put this piece on, and what this piece does is it stops the bowling ball from coming out, but you can pick it up so it's not going to roll out all over the show. Right, let's get that in there and let's let them loose. Okay, so I can see technically it's not going to be possible for me to show you what the heck I'm doing, guys. They'll be falling all over the show. Technically, I could see with a bit of adjustment, if they were all the same length, that this could work. Oh, that's a sticky one. Okay, this one's attached. There we go. And they're not on it perfect. But, oh, they just fell over. Don't think I'm going to be able to do it from this angle. Where did that one come from? The back. It's very warm in here. I don't have any fans on because I don't want to make any noise. Come back. I reckon that if you adjusted the cords of these, you could lift them up and put them down in spot. That's what I reckon. I reckon technically it could work. Almost there. What fun. It's actually made for, like I say, a cheap model. It's made pretty good. Oh, dang it. Almost had it, guys. So close. Alright, let's give it a test. They'll all fall down before I even get the ball in. Okay, the balls are too... Oh no, you need to pull it back. Okay, ready? Let's see if I can do it like this. Let's clear my desk. Goes in. Well, it didn't go all the way to the bottom, however, they all fell down. But I think that was more to do with... Come on, you're meant to go down the bottom. It's meant to fall down the back. So, technically, if it goes down, it should go down there, roll to the end here, and you'll be able to pick it up back here. So, the mechanism is, you can move this, so if you've got one left, you can do it. But then you put it back, and you don't do that. Okay, it's a bit too forceful. I think this is so maybe a bit more gentle. Okay, it doesn't want to go through the leftover ones. And this one is stuck. Not even sure which one is this. Oh, it's down the back. Like I said, I reckon if you had them all more even, that you could do this and it would go like so, and they'd all land dead on the spot. You could collect your marble at the end and you could fire it. Not one down. Okay, this didn't go all the way to the back like it's meant to. I can't get the grip. Got another marble. Okay, didn't want to ping it anyway. Okay, got a few down, so I've got some left over this side now. I think they're all down on this side. Here we go. I got a strike. Have fun. Alright guys, okay, little things and all that, please, little minds. I might alter all these so that they do what they're meant to do. They do get stuck down the back, like I can feel one or two are stuck right now. 3 are stuck down the back here. There we go. But when they are working, they're working quite well. Just make them even, more even, I guess. I'm not that good at my knots. But yes, anyway, a fun little build. I actually think it's really well made. I will leave it to my grandchildren to adjust it to suit so it works better, and for them to use their grip. Okay, not do that. Their grip on it. Oh gosh, my desk must be at a slant. They're all just falling out instead of doing what they're meant to do. Come on. Okay, stop giggling. Alright, next up on the channel, we do have a really big build coming up. I've got something else coming up for tomorrow. I'm going to start doing this on, like doing some reviews on the models that I've been building and what I find are the pluses and minuses. So I'm going to do one for Sunshine Town. And I'm slowly going to go back on one of the ones that have also been on the channel, but maybe go to some others of ones which I haven't built on the channel, but it's ones that I have, to give you my thoughts on them. And you know, like the Disney Dolls house, which was, you know, quite an expensive build, but I think it'd be nice to have, you know, an honest review of that, whether it's worth doing or not, really. Anyway, but it would only be my opinion. That's all it was. So there we go. We have something a little bit fun, a little bit different. To what I mean, quite often I'll do these tiny little builds and things like that, but it's a little bit of fun, right? All right. Most of all, do feel free to like and subscribe, put any comments down. I will see you again for actually I'm going to be doing the Halo Castle, I think it's called, or Hello Castle, something like that. And I'm going to be doing that next on channel after I've done a review of the Sunshine Town, and I'll just put in a few reviews every now and then for you so that you can see what you think. All right, you take care of yourselves, and like I say, like and subscribe, leave any comments, I'd appreciate it. I will get back to you. My email address is at the end of the video. Take care, everyone. That's the most important thing. Bye bye now.